Hey there, this is Terry Wheat from onceuponaweek.com, our travel blog. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of our travel videos. And we talk about other things too, anything that I think will be helpful. And don't forget to like the video because it helps us a lot. So thank you so much for your support. I want to talk to you today about something I'm super excited about. We went to a place in northeastern Kentucky that is so unique. You have probably never heard of anything like this. You've probably never done anything like this. It was the first of its kind in the entire United States, and there's only about 5 others like it here. It was created in Europe, it was invented there, and it's popular there. It was used to transport troops during World War I in Italy, but most Americans don't know anything about it, and if they do, they know very little. So the Red River Gorge area is where we went. It's a National Historic Landmark and a National Historic Site, and they have tens of thousands of acres of mountainous canyons and cliffs and waterfalls and rock climbing faces and big, huge natural sandstone arches, and people come from all over the world to rock climb here. It's one of the top climbing destinations in the world, and people have come from every single country in the world to climb here. We went to a place called Southeast Mountain Guides, and I will put the links to that and to everything I talk about, including all of the products, down in the description so you can find those. And they have guided rock climbing, guided rappelling, and then they have the Via Ferrata, which is what we did. And the tour guide does not go up with you on that, they monitor you from the ground. So the Via Ferrata, if you're not familiar, is you are on a rock face. They have a horseshoe-shaped canyon there, and they have these iron rebar rungs that are anchored into the rock. It was done by an expert, a French expert who does Via Ferratas over in Europe. They did it very well. They're anchored and secure. But there is a cable, a steel cable that follows the course, and you have a harness on your midsection and around your waist and hips. And then out of your harness are 2 tethers, and each of those tethers has a carabiner. And these are our carabiners. They're not the ones they have there. Theirs are much sturdier, they're larger, they're steel, but this is just to give you an idea of what a carabiner is. And so you will have these on the end of your tethers to your waist harness, and then both of these will tether onto the cable so that you're safe and secure. You can let go and it's going to hold you on. Now the cable is anchored to the rock face at a number of spots, and so when you come to those, you are going to have to unhook one of your tethers, put it on the other side of the anchor, make sure it is secured on the cable, and only then can you move your second one to the other side of the anchor and secure it as well. You never ever want to be double clipped. They'll go over that with you. They have signs everywhere regarding that. They'll tell you, but you'll want to have one opening facing you, one facing the rock face, and you will be secure as long as you do not double unclip. So that's important. You want to make sure that you do not have a big fear of heights, because I feel like if you did, seeing how high it is up, we looked like ants from the ground, like colored ants. And we were on a perch that's 120 feet off the ground. We were above the tree line. We were way up there. And if you are afraid of heights, I wouldn't want your mind to become unclear to where you got flustered and double unclipped yourself. So they haven't had an accident, it hasn't been an issue, but as long as you don't have a big fear of heights, then you should be able to manage that. You do have to be at least 10 years old. So we brought 3 of our 4 kids and it worked out fine, and they weren't afraid, so it worked out. But you want them to at least be 10 years old so that they're clear of mind and can follow those safety instructions to make sure that they do not double unclip. So you will also want to bring gloves. You can buy these online, and I will link to them, because of the rebar. That would be pretty rough on your hands, even the rock, but grabbing the rebar over and over, these are a little cushion. They use these for rock climbing and for mountain bike riding. That's why we bought our own, because we use them for both. But then they also have those at the gift shop, pretty cheap. And so you'll want to make sure you have those. I'll have a link there for you. And then also you'll want to make sure that you bring water along for each member of your family. You are going to want to make sure that your water bottle has a loop so that you can bring your own carabiner and loop it onto either your belt loop or to your harness so that everyone has their water, because even if it's not a hot day, it's strenuous enough and you're going to be exerting a lot of energy and you're definitely going to need the water. So I would recommend going on a cooler day because the rock face will heat up, and as you're using all of the muscles in your body, you're not only pulling yourself up at times and hoisting yourself with your legs, but you're using that at all times. Sometimes you're climbing up a ladder, sometimes you're reaching and stretching and pulling yourself up, and you will get hot even if it's a cool day. So you're going to want to dress in layers so that you can take your jacket off and wrap it around your waist if you need to. You are going to want to have your phone with, but you're not really going to be able to carry that in your pocket because of the harness. And so we have phone lanyards that we use, and it works out perfectly because it hangs from your neck and then you can just pull it up, take a selfie, take a picture, take a video of your family, yourself, the view, whatever, and it works out really well. So I'll link to that for you. There are beautiful views from up there. There's a little rock crevice that you can sit on, a ledge that you can sit on for a while. Just past that, there's a waterfall. They have like a swinging type bridge, and after each section, there are 6 sections, 2 easy, 1 intermediate, 1 advanced, and 2 expert. And after each section, they have an exit ladder so that if you don't want to go and advance any further, or if you have to use the bathroom or want to stop and eat, you can do that. They don't have any food there other than maybe a few snacks and a few drinks in the gift shop. And so we brought sack lunches, and they have picnic tables up on the 2nd story deck that they have off the back of the office. And it was a beautiful view of the canyon, of the pond, of the trees. We went in fall when all the colors were changing, and so it was really beautiful and really nice. You can go back and redo any of the course sections that you want to. You buy for a pass for the full day. So it's $52 for the first person, and then you get a discount with each member you have in your group. And so you have it for the whole day. I would say if you are like us and bring children, and if you're not an avid usual rock climber, then you'll probably do what we did and spend about 4 to 5 hours of the day. We went there first thing in the morning, thought we'd spend the day, but then by the time 1 or 2-ish rolled around and we wanted to have lunch, we were about done. It's quite exhausting, it's strenuous, it's fun, but you know, it's working your muscles like crazy. You do want to be fit to be able to do this. We are not like triathletes or Ironmen or anything like that, not even marathoners, and so we're not hyper fit at this point in our lives, but you know, you do want to be able to, at least if you are able to handle rock climbing walls, like a 13-foot or so rock climbing wall, then you should be totally fine. But you want to be able to, you know, hoist yourself a little bit, and you're going to be using a lot of muscles. You're going to get the workout of your life. There are a few hotels in the area if you are going to spend the night. They also have several campgrounds. There's several state parks in the area. The campgrounds are nice. They have a lot of campers. People have moved from all over the country. In fact, almost everyone we met who works there has moved from another place in the country, and some from around the world, because they love this place and are passionate about rock climbing here so much. And so they're used to plenty of campers. But it's not a big city, but there are some places to stay and some restaurants. So check it out. You will love it. I'll include the link in the bottom. Come check us out at our travel blog. We have our articles on our travels on onceuponaweek.com. And then I will eventually have an article about this place, the Southeast Mountain Guides, but for now we're starting with the video. And then we're also available on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and Twitter, as well as YouTube. So come follow us. We'd love to have you and interact with you. And thanks so much for joining us, and I'll talk to you soon.